How's it going, guys? Nintendo Enthusiast here. So I've been wanting to make a video about this for a while, and I feel like there's no better time to do it than right now, whenever a lot of people are jumping into the Metroid series for the first time to be well prepared for Metroid Dread, which is coming out later this year. And I'm actually one of those people. Yes, I have dabbled in the series in the past, but I've never really started the series from the beginning and played through them all, and that's what I'm doing right now. And because of this, I've been reminded one massive area that Nintendo Switch lacks, and that is virtual console games and classic Nintendo titles. Nintendo's online subscription service launched with a virtual console of NES games. So yes, you have to pay a subscription, but you get access to a bunch of amazing NES games. And then not too long after that, we ended up getting SNES games on the service as well. And it was at this point where I was thinking, wow, Nintendo's really ramping this up and they're trying to make their subscription a big thing. But then after they brought the SNES Virtual Console to this subscription service, it's been basically crickets ever since. Yes, they add a few new NES and SNES games here and there, but I think Nintendo, even if it wasn't on purpose, sort of set expectations that we were going to continue to get these consoles added to this service. And we have not. So like I was saying, I recently started playing through the Metroid series. And you can either start at the original Metroid on NES, or at Metroid Zero Mission that launched on GBA originally. Thankfully, Metroid Zero Mission is available on the Wii U eShop. Not only that, but aside from the original game and the remake Zero Mission, Metroid Fusion, Super Metroid, the Metroid Prime trilogy as a whole, Metroid Prime Hunters that came out on DS originally, and Metroid Other M are all available digitally on the Wii U eShop. In other words, the Wii U eShop and the Virtual Console lineup blows the Nintendo Switches out of the water. Yes, you have to pay for each game individually, but they are yours forever and you can keep them on your hard drive as long as you want. Whereas over on Switch, yes, you get a great catalog of games, but you are paying a yearly subscription. Or monthly, depending on what you do. Now, I've made a yearly video for the past 3 years now, jumping into the Wii U eShop and just checking out all the awesome games that are available on it. There are digital libraries for almost every single Nintendo console on the Wii U eShop. And yes, even portable catalogs like the GBA and DS. You can play them on your TV with the Wii U, which is so odd, but I love it. Now to Nintendo Switch, yes, we got the NES games early on, and then we got SNES, and then nothing. Where are the N64 games? Where are the GameCube games? Hell, where are the Wii games? I honestly think out of all these companies like Sony with their PlayStation Now service and Xbox doing well with Xbox Game Pass, I think Nintendo, on their back catalog alone of amazing classic titles, they could really grow their subscription audience on old games alone. But instead, they just toss in a few random NES and SNES games every now and then. But I really feel like a lot of people would care way more about this service if they added N64 games and GameCube games. Now, Wii would obviously be a little tougher because you have to have the portable aspect, but maybe a lot of Wii games you'd be able to play with the Joy-Con on your TV. I think that would make sense. And then aside from consoles, why can't we get GBA and DS games or even original Game Boy games on the Nintendo Switch online subscription? Or even if it's not on the subscription, at least let me outright pay for some of these classic games that would seriously have no problem running on Switch. I really wonder what stops Nintendo from just putting a bunch of their ROMs on the eShop and just labeling them as retro titles. They don't even have to go in and enhance them or put them in HD or do anything like that. If you just simply plopped, let's say, Super Smash Bros. For N64 on the eShop, I would buy it. I don't need an HD remaster, I just love that game and I would love to have it on my Switch. Sure, it won't look amazing on the TV, but in handheld mode, it'll get the job done. And honestly, there's no reason why the Switch wouldn't be able to just automatically up-res a lot of these games, and they would actually look perfectly fine on a modern TV. It's really hard for me to wrap my brain around what Nintendo is doing with its online subscription service. Is it really even necessary at this point if they're not going to do anything significant with it? I really love that they added games like Tetris 99 to it, and Mario 35 whenever that was around. I would love more of that, but those are very far and few between. I feel like bringing in more virtual consoles like N64, like GameCube, into this service would make total sense and get a lot of people on board. Put some marketing behind it, and I honestly think this would appeal to a lot of people. There are tons of N64, GameCube, and Wii games that are just simply hard to play now unless you want to download them illegally. So this video ended up just being me complaining to you guys about how infuriating it can be to just play Metroid Zero Mission without cranking out hardware that came came out in 2012. And to add to that, hardware that's probably going to be shut down in the near future. I don't picture the Wii U eShop staying up that much longer. So in the meantime, I'm going to buy as many games on there that I don't think are going to show up on Switch, and my Wii U is just going to forever stay alive because the Virtual Console on Wii U is fantastic. And I highly recommend you check it out if you have a Wii U, and if you don't, maybe look into buying one. Anyway, I sort of lost my train of thought there, but yeah, if you enjoyed this video of me ranting about Nintendo's weird choices, be sure to hit that thumbs up. If you didn't, hit that thumbs down, and if you're feeling generous, maybe consider hitting that subscribe button for more rants, I guess, and graphics comparisons and reviews and previews and all that stuff. I'll talk to you guys later. See ya.